solving for the area of triangle, parallelogram, and trapezoid. So let's start with the area of a parallelogram. Ano ba yung parallelogram? So balikan natin yung lesson ng third grading. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel and congruent sides. Squares and triangles are also considered as parallelograms. So ito yung formula sa pag-solve ng area ng parallelogram. So we have area equals base times height, or A equals B times H. So this is our parallelogram, and this is our base, and this is our height. So sabi dyan, A equals B times H. Ibig sabihin, base times height, imumultiply lang natin yung dalawang numbers na to. So let's solve. So we have A equals B times H. And then yung letter B, papalitan natin ng measurement, which is 15 centimeters. Times yung letter H naman, papalitan natin ng measurement ng height, which is 6 centimeters. So we have A equals 15 centimeters times 6 centimeters. And then multiply. So the area of the parallelogram is 90 square centimeters. So that's how you solve for the area of a parallelogram. So ito yung formula niya, ito lang yung dapat nyong tandaan. Next, paano kapag gumamit ng square unit? So, ayan. So ito yung parallelogram natin. Ayan. So ito yung height. And then, ito naman, ayan, ito or ito, same lang yan. So that is considered as the base. So, ang gagawin natin, bibilangin lang natin kung ilan yung square na na-occupy ng parallelogram. Square dito sa base and then square sa height. So, start muna natin yung square sa height. So, let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ang height natin ay 4 square units. And then sa base naman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang base ay 5 square units or 5 centimeters. And then, multiply. So, base times height. Ayan, so we have A equals B times H. And then yung B, palitan natin nung sukat, which is 5 centimeters. And then yung height, papalitan naman natin nung measurement niya, which is 4 centimeters. And then multiply. So the area of the parallelogram is 20 square centimeters. Next, how about for the area of a triangle? Yan. So when you cut a parallelogram diagonally, you form two triangles. So ito yung formula ng pagsukat or pag-solve ng area ng triangle. So we have A equals B times H divided by 2. Bakit may divided by 2? So ito yung parallelogram kanina na ginamit natin. Sabi dyan, kapag hinati daw yung parallelogram diagonally, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang triangles. So let's try. Ayan. So, meron na tayong dalawang triangle. That's why yung formula ng parallelogram kanina na A equals B times H ay i-divide natin sa 2. Kaya nagkaroon ng over 2. Kasi yung parallelogram hinati lang sa dalawa para magkaroon ng triangle. Okay, so let's solve. Ayan, so ito yung other half ng parallelogram. So, ang base niya ay 6 centimeters at ang height niya ay 4 centimeters. So, gamitin natin tong formula na to. So, we have A equals B times H over 2. And then, yung letter B, papalitan natin ng 6. And yung letter H, papalitan natin ng 4. And then, over 2. So, ayan, 6 centimeters times 4 centimeters over 2 or divided by 2. And then, ang una nating isusolve ay yung nasa taas or yung numerator. So, multiply muna natin to. 6 times 4 equals 24 over 2 pa din. And then, after that, divide na natin siya sa dalawa. So, 24 divided by 2 equals 12 square centimeters. So therefore, the area of the triangle is 12 square centimeters. Okay, so for example, isa pa ulit, itong triangle na to. So ang base niya ay 15 centimeters and ang height niya ay 6 centimeters. So let us use this formula. So we have A equals B times H over 2. And then our base is 15 times our height is 6. So 15 times 6 equals 90. And then 90 divided by 2 equals 45 square centimeters. So therefore, the area of this triangle is 45 square centimeters. Okay, what if ganito naman? So kagaya lang nung ginawa natin kanina sa parallelogram, ayan, bibilangin natin yung number of square units na nagamit. So, ito yung base natin, ito yung height. So, first, let us count how many square units were used as the base. So, let us count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, ang base natin ay 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then ang height ay 4. So, we have A equals B times H over 2. So, 5 ito kanina. So, we have 5 centimeters times 4 centimeters over 2. And then multiply. 5 times 4 equals 20 over 2. And then divide. 20 divided by 2 equals 10 square centimeters. So, the area of this square is 10 square units or 10 square centimeters. Okay, other example. So, paano kapag ganito naman yung triangle? So, ito yung base and then ito yung height. So, ganun din, count din natin. So, ang base natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, ang height ay 1, 2, 3, 4. So, gamitin natin yung formula. And then, so 8 centimeters times 4 centimeters over 2. Multiply, 8 times 4 equals 32 over 2, and then divide. 32 divided by 2 equals 16 square centimeters. So the area of this triangle is 16 square units or 16 square centimeters. Area ng trapezoid. So, ito yung itsura ng trapezoid at ito naman yung formula niya. So, meron tayong base 1 plus base 2 times height over 2 or B1 plus B2 times H over 2. So, ito yung base 1 and then, so ito yung base 1 sa taas and then base 2 dito sa baba and then height. So, ang base 1 ay 3 centimeters, ang base 2 ay 4 centimeters, and then ang height ay 2 centimeters. So, pag ginamit natin itong formula na to, yung B1, papalitan natin ng 3, B2, papalitan ng 4, and then H, papalitan ng 2. Ayan, and then over 2. So, kapag ganyan yung nakita nyong equation, uunahin laging isolve yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, isolve natin. 3 plus 4 equals 7 centimeters times 2 centimeters over 2. And then, let us multiply. So, 7 times 2 equals 14 over 2 and then divide. So, 14 divided by 2 equals 7 square centimeters. So, ang area ng trapezoid na to ay 7 square centimeters. Other examples. So, this can be considered as trapezoid 2. So, once again, base 1 sa taas, base 2 sa baba, and then ito ang height. Or, ayan, basta kung gano'n siya kataas. So, ganun ulit, gamitin natin yung formula, B1 plus B2 times H over 2. So, yung B1 natin, papalitan ng 8, B2, papalitan ng 12, and then H, papalitan ng 5, and then add. So, 8 plus 12 equals 20 times 5 centimeters over 2. And then multiply. So 20 times 5 equals 100 over 2. And then lastly divide. 100 divided by 2 equals 50. So the area of the trapezoid is 50 square centimeters. Okay, so ngayon, module time na. It's time for you to do the activities in module. Good luck!